Look, let's talk about how to keep your end of the bargain to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with Supersize Your Business. And today, our idiom, our end of the year idiom, we're doing idioms about December and cold and Christmas, since it was Christmas. And now, this last week of the year, this is the last Tuesday of 2021, we are discussing idioms that have the word end in them, because it's almost the end of the year. So keep your end of the bargain is today's idiom, today's saying. Now, this is one of those wasn't able to actually find the direct etymology. Where did it come from? We know what it means. It means to keep up your end of a deal. If you sign an agreement or make an agreement, which is probably why I couldn't find a history on it, is because people have been making agreements and giving their word for as long as people have been around. I gotta believe that the cavemen were making agreements with one another, and if you didn't hold up your end of the bargain, you probably got beat over the head with a big club. So how do we go about doing that? How do we ensure that we're keeping our end of the bargain as we're growing and building and supersizing our business? Whether we have contracts to enforce it or not, and we want to enforce it in court. Of course, having good legal counsel, not a lawyer, don't play one on TV, don't play one on the internet, never have been, have my own lawyer and lawyers when necessary to enforce contracts and agreements. And I don't like going there, but sometimes we have to, and with some people we have to. So make sure that you have the experts that help you draw up agreements and contracts when it's necessary. In the real estate industry, it was absolutely positively necessary that we had contracts and agreements. In many industries, in many businesses, when it comes to property and rent and things like that, we need to have partnership agreements, business entity formation. We need to have legal documentation and agreements to support those, because it makes sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do, but also that we're setting things up in a way that will help us to grow and supersize and build our business. Now, I gotta ask you something. If somebody makes you a promise and they go back on that promise or renege, or we used to call it Indian givers when we were kids, which is terrible when I think about it now, but it used to be what we said when we were kids. It would be like my sister would give me something and then she would later take it back because she wanted it back. She'd lend me a sweater or give me a book or something, and then she'd come and she'd take it back because she wanted it back. That's when somebody goes back on a promise. How does that make you feel? It makes you feel kind of bad, especially if you thought they gave you something to keep and it was a gift. It makes people, if they don't keep their promises, seem not dependable, not trustworthy. How many of us want to do business with people that we don't think are dependable or that we don't trust? None of us, right? So if you want to supersize and grow your business, number one, you need to do what you say you're going to do. If you make a commitment, if you make an agreement, you need to hold up your end of the bargain. You need to do what you committed to. Do what you say you're going to do. You need to be consistent, be dependable. Let people know what to expect from you. Know what you stand for, and let other people know what you stand for as well. Know what you stand against, and also share that with people. Know what, and let people know what your expectations are of them and what they can expect of you. And then meet your obligations. If you make a commitment, if you buy something, pay for it. If you deliver a product or service, make sure that your customers are getting exactly the experience that they want or expect, or go further and give them something that delights them. Give them way more than they would ever expect. Make sure that their experience is something that makes them feel awesome and makes them want to continue to do business with you for the rest of their life. That's how you really supersize and grow your business, is by creating repeat business and lifelong customers. Everybody chases after the new customer, and we need new customers because they are the new blood to our business. But we also need to remember that we've got blood that's already circulating in us, and we need to keep that blood healthy, those existing customers healthy, that relationship healthy, in order to continue to grow and maintain and create what it is that we want. So if you make a promise, keep it. If you say you'll do something, do it. It's really pretty simple, right? If you don't want to do something, don't say you're going to do it. Don't commit to it. It's better to say no and disappoint someone up front a little bit than to say you'll do something and then drop the ball and really disappoint them by not following through and doing what you said you're going to do. So love to know your experience with this particular idiom or expression. Guarantee I've told people, including myself, keep your end of the bargain. Because sometimes we make an agreement or we promise we'll do something, and then life gets in the way, things happen, things change, and we really don't feel like doing it. Prime example. There are days I don't feel like coming online and sharing what an idiom means, where it came from, and how you can apply it to your business. But guess what? I committed to doing it, so I show up every day, whether I feel like it or not. Because once I start talking, I automatically feel like it. So do what you say you're going to do. Otherwise, be careful in your commitments. Make sure that you are honoring yourself and your own boundaries and your own capability and your own desires and your own likes, and that will help set the example for other people and help you grow and supersize your business. So share in the comments below your experience with Keep Your End of the Bargain, and I'm looking forward to hearing your comments and stories about it. Have an awesome day, and I will of course be with you tomorrow with another ending or end related idiom. Have a great day.